Hello there, it's me, Stephen Thomas with ReportsOnHousing.com. Many buyers and sellers are holding out and hoping for a change in the market. Buyers want to see housing slow to a crawl, like it did in the last 4 months of 2018, where, for a moment, they were in the driver's seat. They would love to see prices come down. After all, aren't values too high? Sellers expect the housing market to behave like it did from 2012 through 2017. Boy, those were hot years. They should be able to stretch the housing price and get $15,000 or $20,000 more than the last sale, right? This kind of thinking is stinking thinking. Neither are correct. What you see in the market today is ultimately what you're going to see for the rest of the year. More simply, what you see is what you get. Values are not going to grow much. The overall pace of housing is not going to change. Housing is going to move along at the same clip. Buyers think that the end of the year is the best time of the year to buy. Nope. What you see is what you get. Sellers think that the market is going to suddenly heat up. Nope. What you see is what you get. Here is how the rest of the year is going to play out. With the kids back in school, it is officially the autumn market. The spring and summer markets are now in the past. The busiest time of the year for real estate is in the rearview mirror. From right now, today, the active inventory will drop for the rest of the year. There will be fewer homes that come on the market. Combine that with many unsuccessful sellers throwing in the towel and pulling their homes off of the market, and you have the recipe for an active inventory that will continuously drop. At the same time, buyer demand will drop slowly but surely for the remainder of the year. It just is not the most advantageous time for families to move. So, demand continuously drops. With both supply and demand dropping at nearly the same rate, the velocity of the market will not change much as well. That is why I state, what you see is what you get. Now I know what many buyers and especially sellers are thinking. The year 2020 will be much better for housing. Don't hold your breath. A, buyers have been very careful not to overpay, which does not allow much room for stretching the asking price. B, yes, rates have dropped and have helped the housing market immensely this year. But even with low rates, demand has been muted compared to a couple of years ago when housing was extremely hot. Many will compare this year to last year, but the market came to a screeching halt in the last 5 months of 2018. Of course it is going to look better when comparing it to then. The bottom line, demand is not as hot as it once was, even with lower rates. C, it is an election year filled with distractions. Grab your popcorn, I can't wait for that. So be careful with your expectations. They need to be based upon the realities of today's housing market, not what you wish for. What you see is what you get. For the latest Housing Pulse, subscribe to my report. I am Stephen Thomas with ReportsOnHousing.com.